Yes. Welcome to all our 10th standard students to our virtual class. Today we are here for the discussion of English second language. Since last 2 hours we have been discussing something about grammar. Yes. In our last class we had discussed about question tags. We have discussed about auxiliaries, and we had also discussed about some of the important modal verbs. I have given you the example of some of the short forms of auxiliaries: am, amn't, are, aren't, is, isn't, was, wasn't, are, aren't, yes, I have told you, has, hasn't, have, haven't, do, don't, did, didn't, does, doesn't. And I had already given you some of the short forms of modal verbs: can, can't, could, couldn't, should, shouldn't, would, wouldn't, will, will not. Short form is won't. Yes. Now, I think I had given you some of the sentences for homework. Yes. Now, I would like to give same type of sentences. Now, you can find out the answer. Yes. The doctor treated the patient. What is that? The doctor treated the patient. Here the main verb is treated. So first of all we have to point out the verb, that is tense, whether this is in present tense or past tense. The main verb is in past tense, treated, that means did treat. The sentence is in affirmative, so we have to change it into negative. Treated, did treat, did, didn't he, didn't he. If the sentence is the doctor treats the patient, doesn't he, like that. You treat your friend in a good manner, don't you? What is that? Don't you? A beloved mother liked her child. What is that? A beloved mother liked her child. Like the past tense, didn't she? She likes her child, doesn't she? Like that. Laughter is the best medicine. Is, isn't it? Isn't it? They are playing cricket, or aren't they? They were playing volleyball, weren't they? Like that. Okay. And I have given you one type of example, that is, your mother will tell you a nice story. What is that? Your mother will tell you a nice story. Here, auxiliary is not there, modal verb is there, and it is will. The sentence is in affirmative, positive. So what we have to do? We have to give negative form, will not, and short form form is won't, won't she, won't she. Yes. And I have given you one more sentence I know. For example, what is that? I am teaching English. Here the auxiliary is am. Yes. Now look at here. I am teaching or I am helping. I am helping the poor boy. Here the auxiliary is am. Then negative is am not. Am not. Then short form is amend. Short form is amend. Now the rule says, so it is not in the usage. We shouldn't use amend I. What is that? We shouldn't use the word amend I in our language. So instead of amend I, we have to use the word that is, what is that? Aren't I? Yes. Instead of using the word amn't I, we have to use the word aren't I. Remember. For example, I am not studying very hard, or I am not helping her. So not निकालना चाहिए. Question tag is, that is, am I. Am I can be used. What is that? Am I can be used, whereas amn't I should not be used. I think you have got the answer. Yes. Then one more sentence is given, that is about a request, that is, please close the door. Now this is a request, then we have to use the word, what is that? Will you. That is, will you. Okay. Yes. Then one more example is given using semi-negative using adverb. Sheila never goes to school late. What is that? Sheila never goes to school late. Never means does not. So does she. Whenever there is the use of never, hardly, rarely, scarcely, seldom, what we have to do? We have to use the word, if it is third person, does lagana chahiye. Otherwise, do. You never smoke. You never smoke. Do you? Do you? Like that. So I think you have cleared your doubts. So I think if time permits, in my next class, once again I am going to review some of the important sentences using question tags. So once again we move on to next important grammar. Yes. You see, clause. What is that? If clause. One question may be asked in the examination. The instruction is fill in the blanks using the correct form of if clause. Yes. First of all, I would like to clarify your doubts. So, what is this if clause? If clause is nothing but conditional sentences in English. In Kannada also we say ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ನಾನು ಬಹುಶಃ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. You see, similarly in English there are three types of conditional sentences. We discuss about three types of conditional sentences. First of all, you see, now if I drop this glass, yes, now look at the structure of the sentence here. What is that? Look at the structure of the sentence here. If I drop this glass, so this is one part of the sentence. It will break. This is another part of the sentence. If I drop the glass, the meaning of the sentence is not complete. What is that? The meaning of the sentence is not complete. If I go there, if I win the race, if I study hard. So, this part of the sentence is called if clause. This is also called if clause or if part. Okay. This is also called as, you see, subordinate clause. If I drop this glass, this is called subordinate clause because the meaning of the sentence is not complete. Once again, I would like to repeat, the meaning of the sentence is not complete. Then it will break. Yes, we can get the correct meaning. It will break. So, this is called main clause. This is called main clause. So, there are two clauses in this sentence. One is called main clause and another is called subordinate clause. So, we can frame the sentence. It will break if I drop the glass. So, there may be if clause in the beginning of the sentence or after the sentence. How? You see, if I study hard, I will pass in the examination. I will pass in the examination if I study hard, like that. So, here, if I drop this glass, look at the verb in the if part, if clause. Here, the verb in the first part of the sentence is drop. Identify the verb, whether this is in present tense or in past tense. You see, if I go, if I come, if I sing, if I help, so all these verbs are in simple present tense. If I go, if he goes. If I sing, if she sings. So here this is in simple present tense. So if the verb is in simple present tense, here it will lagana chahiye. It will break. This shows that there is the possibility. Yes. So I would like to give, this is type 1. I would like to give the heading here, that is type 1. So what is type 1? Type 1 का मतलब है possibility. In Kannada we say sadhyate, chances are more. Yes. If it rains, I will carry my umbrella. If I study hard, I will pass in the examination. If I study hard, I will score more marks in the examination. Here, different types of answers may be there, but we have to give importance to the structure of the sentence. So, drop in main clause, the answer should be, that is will. That is will. Okay. Then say, if I dropped this glass, it would break. Very simple. I think if you listen carefully to my teaching, definitely every one of you can score 1 mark. How? If I dropped this glass, here in if clause or subordinate clause, the verb is in simple past tense. How? Drop, dropped, go, went, come, came, study, studied, like that. Okay? Yes. If I drop this glass and in main clause there is would. So what is would? Would is the past tense of will. It would plus answer break. Don't write down it would broke, it would break. Once again, the main verb should be in present tense. Okay? Yes. Here we can consider this type 2 sentence as, what is that? Probable. What is that? Probable. Probable means 50-50. If I studied hard, I would pass in the examination. Not I will pass in the examination, I would pass in the examination. So, we can consider this sentence as type 2. So, what is type 2? Type 2 का मतलब है probable. Probable means 50-50. So, here in the first part, if clause or subordinate clause, the verb is used in past tense. Whenever the verb is there in past tense, in remaining part of the sentence or in main clause, the modal should be in past tense. The past form of will is would. So, past tense को would लगाना चाहिए. Yes. Then, so dropped, it is not will break, it is not will break, it is would break. Understand? Then we are going to discuss about type 3. Type 3. If I had dropped this glass, it would have broken. Now, this is called type 3. So, what is this type 3? टाइप 3 का मतलब इन इंग्लिश में होता है इम्पॉसिबल. इन कन्नडावी से असाध्य. ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಂದ್ರೆ you see, where is the glass now? The glass is here. The glass is here on the table. Okay. I have kept the glass inside the cupboard. I have kept the glass inside the cupboard and cupboard is already locked. So, the glass is 100% safe in the cupboard. ಏನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸುರಕ್ಷಿತವಾಗಿ ಇದೆ. While I was teaching, suddenly box fell down. Box fell down and it was broken. ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಪೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ತುಂಡಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, if I had dropped the glass, it would have broken. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬಹುಶಃ ಒಡೆದು ಹೋಗ್ತಿತ್ತೋ ಏನು. Is it possible? It is not possible. It is impossible. So, type 3 sentence is impossible. The structure of if clause is had plus past participle. See, drop past tense, dropped, past perfect, dropped. So, dropped, dropped, had dropped. Past perfect form of drop is had dropped. Okay. Come, come, came, had come. Sing, sang, had sung. Past perfect. Now, here, if I had dropped this glass, it would have plus past perfect tense, break present tense, broke past tense, and past perfect is broken. Come, came, come. Sing, sang, sung. Eat, ate, eaten. Study, studied, studied. Yes, like that. Now, this is called impossible. Impossible because the glass is safe. The glass is not dropped. The glass is not dropped. The glass is not broken. Even then I say, If I had dropped this glass, it would have broken. That is why this is called type 3. So, in the examination, you have to point out in the main clause the use of will, would and would have. That's all. Will, would and would have. If it is type 1, if the verb is in present tense, will lagana chahiye. If the verb is in past tense, would lagana chahiye. That means type 2. If the verb in if clause or subordinate clause had plus past perfect, would have lagana chahiye. Would have lagana chahiye. Sometimes the sentence may be in negative. How? If I do not drop the glass, what is that? If I do not drop the glass, it will not break. It won't break. Okay. If she doesn't drop the glass, it won't break. It will not break. Similarly, if I did not drop this glass, negative sentence. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರೋಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಬರೋಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. If I did not drop this glass, it would not break. It wouldn't break. Okay. If I had not dropped this glass, ಅದರ್ಥ ಏನು? The glass is already dropped. The glass is broken. ನಾನು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಗ್ಲಾಸ್ ಒಡೆದು ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಆಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡಂಟ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ಡ್ ದ ಗ್ಲಾಸ್, it wouldn't have broken. So, it wouldn't have broken. Would not have broken. It wouldn't have broken. So, sometimes if the sentence is in negative, the answer should be there in negative. Okay. ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಪ್ಪ, ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಫರ್ಮೇಟಿವ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರುವಂತ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇದೆ. ಅದೇಗಪ್ಪ, ಐ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ. ಎಸ್. If you develop the habit of smoking, say, if you develop the habit of smoking, you will not improve. Your health will not improve. If you developed the habit of smoking, your health would not improve. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ meaning of the sentence is negative. ಹಾಗೆ. If you developed smoking, ಹೇಗದು? If you had developed smoking, your health wouldn't have improved. ಆವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಎಫರ್ಮೇಟಿವ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲದು ಮೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ವಾಕ್ಯದ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಎಸ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ given you 3 types of sentences here. Once again, type 1, type 2 and type 3. Okay. 2 parts. One is main clause and another is subordinate clause. There is present tense in the subordinate clause drop. So, answer is will here, it will. This is called type 1. And in type 2, simple past tense is there. What is that? If I dropped this glass, type 2, simple present tense, it would break. So, this is called probable. And third part of the third sentence is type 3, if I had dropped this glass. This is called impossible sentence. The structure of the sentence is had plus past perfect. So, the answer is it would have broken. Yes. So, now I would like to give you some of the very simple sentences. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now, take down. Yes. One more sentence. Yes. Now, here in the examination, the answers are already given. So, here the answers may be, for example, A will, be, would, C would have, C, D would not have or wouldn't have. Yes. Now, what you can try to do? First of all, read the sentence once again. Try to copy down the sentences in your notebook. Notebook nalli bariyuvantaddu yake parikshege idu baruvantaddu. Yes. The first sentence is, if I go to class late, the teacher dash punish me. Yes. What is your answer? Your answer bardidra neevu? What is the answer? For example, first of all, we have to read the sentence and try to understand the sentence, then point out the verb in the sentence. If I go to class late, see, go. This is simple. This is simple present tense. Simple present tense means type 1. Okay. Simple present tense means type 1. Type 1 means possibility. That means if I go, the answer should be will plus answer. Very simple. Will plus answer. So, if I go to class late, answer is A. What is A? A means what is that? Will. A means will. If I go to class late, the teacher will punish me. Answer is will. Why? Because this is type 1. The main verb is in simple present tense. Okay. There should be combination between verb and answer. Yes. Now read the second sentence, that is, if I had studied hard. What is that? If I had studied hard. That means had plus perfect. So, whether this is type 1, type 2 or type 3, this is type 3. How can you say that this is type 3? Because the main verb here is had plus perfect. So, this is type 3, impossible. This is a impossible sentence. If I had studied hard, so answer should be I would have. I would have. The answer is C. Okay. I would have passed. ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಸುಲಭ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವುಡ್ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ವುಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ವುಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ವಿಲ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, read the next sentence. Yes, this is, if you had run fast. What is that? If you had run fast, you dash caught the train. Yes, here had plus perfect. Run, ran, run. Run, ran, run. So, past perfect tense. This is type impossible sentence. So, whenever there is type 3, the remaining part is if you had run fast, you once again would have caught the train. You would have caught the train. Next sentence, that is number 4. What is it? If you had practiced hard. Yes. Once again, that is had plus perfect. If you had practiced hard, yes, you, answer should be, once again, would have succeeded. You would have succeeded. So, will is not necessary here because this is not type 1. Would is not necessary here because this is not type 2. This is type 3. This is type 3. How can you say? Because there is had plus past perfect. Okay. Yes. Then if you had developed smoking, you see, had plus past perfect. If you had developed smoking, you, yes, would have improved your health. If you write the answer, nodi, if you had developed smoking, you know, ಸಿಗರೇಟ್ ಸೇದುವುದನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. Cigarette smoking is a dirty habit. So, look at the meaning of the sentence. That is very important. If you had developed smoking, there is negative sense here. There is negative sense here. That is why if you had developed smoking, you wouldn't have. What is that? You wouldn't have improved your smoking, like that. So, from the point of view of examination, this if clause is really very important. Yes. So, I think this is enough. Once again, next you have to discuss something about, what is that, language functions. Now, I can give you some of the clues for language functions. Okay. Language functions. So, what is language functions? Language functions is nothing but trying to understand the mood of the sentence, trying to understand the theme of the sentence. What is sentence? Sentence is a word or a group of sentences which expresses meaning. There should be a complete meaning in the sentence. According to the structure of the sentence, sentence may be classified into 4 kinds. Sentence may be classified into 4 kinds. Yes. For example, assertive sentence. What is assertive sentence? Assertive sentence is also called as declarative sentence. So, declarative sentence and assertive sentence are one and the same. How? The rose is a very beautiful flower. The sun shines. The sun rises in the east. These are assertive sentence. Okay. Then imperative sentence, which gives commands, wishes, close the door, may God help, may God bless you. Then interrogative. Interrogative means nothing but questions. What are you doing? What is your name? Like that. Commands. Come here, sit down there, go there. All these are commands. And some exclamatory sentences. How happy he is. How cold it is. Examples for exclamatory sentences. So there may be different types of moods or meaning in the sentences. For example, could you please help me? What is that? Could you please help me? What you are conveying in your sentence? Words. Could you please help me? Could you give me the inner meaning of this sentence? Could you please help me? That means he should help you. Here, this is the example for a request. What is that? A request. Yes. So here, say, could you please help me to lift this table? Could you please give me your pen? Could you close the door? Could you give me your book? All these are examples for a request. Okay? Yes. Then command. We don't command to students inside the classroom. Nowadays, nobody is commanding. Parents are not commanding their children. Teachers are not commanding. For example, stand up, show your books, close the door. Okay. All these are examples for command. Then there may be conversation, sambhashane. There may be conversation between two persons and one sentence is underlined. And there is one instruction. The underlined word, this is a request, command, information, like that. So you have to write down the answer. That's all. Now here, information. The schools will be started the next month. This is information. Holiday will be declared on account of such and such dash dash. Information, like that. Next, there may be, yes, advise. You see, yes. Patient goes to doctor. Doctor asks, what is your problem? Patient says, doctor, I have developed chest pain. Doctor says, do you have the habit of smoking? Patient says, yes. Doctor says, you should give up the habit of smoking. What is that? You should give up the habit of smoking because it is a dirty habit. You should give up the habit of smoking, underlined words and sentence. So you may think you should, that means command. No. The theme and meaning of the sentence here is advise. What is that? Advise. You see. So there may be request, command, information, advice, or sometimes there may be suggestions. Salah. What is that? Suggestion. Why don't you take science in your PUC? Why don't you try to take commerce in PUC? Because your father is a renowned CA in this locality. I think you can try to take commerce subject in PUC. That is the suggestions. See, suggestion is different, advice is different, request is different, and commands are rarely used. So if you just try to understand the meaning of the sentence, I think you can definitely score 1 mark. Okay? Yes. So we try to discuss something about, that is infinitives. What is that? Infinitive. Yes. Once again, what is infinitive? Infinitive is not a verb. Infinitive is one of the part of a verb. What is the difference between verb and infinitive? You see, studies, studied, studied, studying, to study. Study is different and to study is different. How can I explain to you? You see, I study in this school. What is that? I study in this school. I am here to study. So study is different and to study is different. Study is verb, whereas to study is, that is one of the part of the verb. One of the part of the verb, to study. Yes. Then play. So parts of verb: play, plays, played, past tense, played, once again perfect, playing, that is continuous, to play. So play is different and to play is different. Meaning of play is different and to play is different. How can you explain? Play. I play cricket. I play volleyball. I play tennis. Whereas today I am here to play cricket. What is that? To play cricket. So to play is infinitive. To play is infinitive. Yes. For example, my mother, see, I'm going to explain you in one sentence, one simple sentence, whereas in the examination there may be two conversation and one sentence is underlined or one word is underlined, and you are supposed to point out the infinitive. Okay? Yes. Now look at here. My mother goes to market to bring what is this? What is this? Vegetables. No, this is not vegetables. This is vegetables. What is that? Vegetables. Okay. My mother goes to market to bring vegetables. Fill in the blanks with the suitable words. So there may be, answer may be to market, to bring, brought, buy. Okay. Buy is not infinitive, buy is verb. Then brought. Brought is not infinitive, brought is past tense. Okay. Then look at here, you think to market. To market. Your answer is to market. Why? Maro goli, because there is to market. See, market is not verb, remember. Market is not verb. Market is noun. Market is noun. So what is to here? To here is, that is preposition. Remember, to here is preposition. So to market is not infinitive. So what is infinitive? It should be one of the part of the verb. So to bring, to bring. So bring, this is verb. To. So what is to? To is not preposition. To is not preposition. It is not to bring. It is to bring, to jump, to listen, to speak. All these are infinitives. I can give you one more example. Yes. 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 Look at here. Look at here. Yes. I study in my school. Here, study is verb. Okay. Study is verb, main verb. This is not infinitive. I would like to study hard. Now here, to study. Study is a verb. So to study is infinitive. To study is infinitive. Yes. Then I sing a song. I sing a song. I went to concert. My friend went to concert to sing a song. So to sing is infinitive. So I think infinitive is really very interesting and very, very simple. So if you listen carefully, definitely I think once again you can score 1 mark. Apart from this, there may be some of the questions relating to prefixes. Prefixes, for example, happy, unhappy. Then understand, misunderstand. Fortune, whenever there is fortune, miss lagana chahiye. It is misfortune. Fortunate, it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate, like that. And one more question may be there here, that is point out the parts of speech of the following word. One sentence is given and after that answers are given, you have to point out the parts of speech. So, in this class, we had briefly discussed something about question tags, and we had already discussed about if clause, then what is that, language functions and infinitive. I think we shall meet in our next class. Thank you.